Several Hollywood actors and directors have called Nebraska home. Marlon Brando, Nick Nolte, Gabrielle Union, Alexander Payne's another one.
Of course, but we didn't know until recently that Robert Hayes also spent time living here. He even graduated from Bellevue High School, class of '65.
Same year your mom graduated,
That's
right? He's back for a special screening tonight of Airplane. We're excited to have you back. Robert Hayes, thanks for coming on. Good to see you.
You didn't say it was your great-grandmother.
No. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
So, it's been a while since you've been back to Omaha, though.
It has, but how can you resist coming back for the Able Skeever contest? Watching you guys delicately jam those things.
We'd like to apologize.
My
for
husband
having to
is
see that.
probably horrified right now, actually. But you said you've had Able Skeevers.
Well, my mom's half Norwegian. I'm a quarter Norwegian. And so I grew up eating Able Skeevers. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. See, a taste of home.
It is.
Yeah, and they are good. Too.
So you went to high school in Bellevue for a few years, and I think that's what people in Omaha just didn't realize, that you'd spent some time here until we put this until this viewing of Airplane came about, and you started doing the press tour here, and people started finding out you lived in Omaha.
Yeah, we are. My dad was transferred out here to Offutt, and. So I graduated from Bellevue High. I went to OU when it was OU.
Yeah, sure.
Instead
Omaha
of UNO.
University.
Yeah. And so I was out here for 3 years.
What are your fondest memories when you think of Omaha and Bellevue, and what do you think of?
Well, when we got here on a Tuesday, and we were in the guest quarters on the base. We didn't have a place to live yet. They hadn't assigned housing to us. So it was like, the motel on the base. We got here on a Tuesday. Saturday we had a horse. We didn't have any place to live yet, but we had a horse, and I didn't know anybody. So I used to come out and ride that horse every day and fall off and get up and fall off until he finally got me wired in, and then riding along the Missouri River into, I think it was, I'm trying to remember, last night we were trying to figure out if it was a Dairy Queen. It might have been a Dairy Queen. And a bunch of 5 of us would ride our horses in. One of us would stand out, hold the horses while everybody else went inside and got their, and then somebody would come out and relieve that one. And I mean, that was Mayberry.
Yeah.
It was really, really great. And I came from Newport Beach, California. I was surfing, and I mean,
not a lot of that around here.
Nice.
I read in the paper you thought you were going to the armpit of America.
Well, I thought, God,
Nebraska.
what are we doing? And then Nebraska wound up being, it was 3 years, but it wound up being 3 of the very important years in my life because of, aside from the fact that my family was pretty much like that solid kind of sense of values, but this is that Midwestern sense of values that you are immersed in
those
you live in
years too. Yeah.
And it was great. It was great. And my friends, my buddy Chet Ogborn, my friend Bob Lewis that still lives here, and Zippy Zapula, Carolyn Zapula was, and all these people were just
sounds
wonderful.
like an Omaha name, actually.
That's right.
You went back to California eventually, and you landed this little movie for your first on-screen role, correct? It was your first movie, Airplane?
What was it? Airplane?
Yeah, Airplane. Have you heard of it?
I did hear that.
But
I flew one of those out of here.
Yeah, you did. But you read that. You read the script for that, and you immediately
I read the script on an airplane.
Did you really?
I did.
And
I was flying to Minneapolis, St. Paul, and for a big changeover of a TV station, and I read it, and there was something on every page that made me laugh out loud. It was it was very funny script.
But it was funny. But did you think it would turn out the way it did? I mean, people are still quoting those lines to this day.
Oh well, none of us can figure that out. But we did think. I thought, well, it's funny, and it's got a chance to really make some people laugh. Then we thought that, well, maybe it's going to be a cult classic on the college campuses. And then we started thinking, maybe it's going to be a little more than that. I don't know. And then we just stopped thinking about it because then we didn't want to hex it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it turned out to be pretty good.
Well, it's so brilliant in that it's so deadpan. I mean, all these lines are hilarious. There's a joke after a joke after a joke. How difficult was that to film without cracking up? I mean,
well, that was the boys. That's Jerry and David Zucker and Jim Abrams. They're the geniuses. They're the ones that created it, and they had the vision on it. Studio wanted them to use comedians and, hey, here's another joke, and they did not get it at all. It was serious. They wanted to do it just absolutely serious. And that's the way that they wanted the people they got. Bob Stack was the first person that came to mind when they wrote the script for Kramer.
Yeah.
That was in their mind. They wanted Elliot Ness. And that, you can imagine, that sets the tone. So that's, and then
And this scene,
Leslie Nielsen.
yes, this scene. I mean,
Don't call me Shirley.
when you
of
watch
course.
this, does it take you back to the days filming that, or what do you think
sure.
when you see this?
Oh, every time it comes on and I'm flicking through and I think, oh yeah, well I've seen this a couple hundred times. And I just say, oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, I remember that scene. And oh, there's Lloyd. And this right here, Lorna Patterson shaking this woman.
Smacking her.
They were, I think she and her husband were actually the ones in the coffee commercial that they spoof.
Oh, my
right,
goodness.
sure.
Someone told me that, and I'm not sure if that was true or not, but it seems like that was true. And my buddy Dave Leisure, who I went to school with when I first got into all this stuff, acting, he's one of the Hare Krishnas. And here's good old Bob Stack. And one of the stunt guys here that he's flipping and punching and casting aside is Gene LaBelle, judo, right there. That was Gene LaBelle. Oh, right there. This one right here.
Right there, that guy?
In
That
the
guy
hoodie
right
there.
there. He's one of the most famous judo guys in the world and stuntmen. And when the Russian, when they had the Olympics in LA, the Russian wrestling team all said they wanted to meet judo Gene
That's, they
LaBelle.
wanted to meet. Yeah.
He's that famous.
Well, the event tonight is sold out from what we hear from Bruce, who joined us. So it says tickets $23. Maybe you can put a post on social media, see if somebody will sell you one, or call every Hy-Vee store, see if anybody's got any left. The opportunity to meet Robert tonight, the showing, watch the movie, laugh. It is hysterical.
It's not 20, it's not 25, it's 23.
That's
Right.
right.
Nope.
23.
Nope. $23. We're honest here in the
That's
Midwest.
right.
That's exactly
That's
what
right.
it costs.
It's not
Thank you.
$22.99, it's 23.
$23.
A pleasure
Robert,
to have
thanks
you
for coming.
here.
Yeah,
Thank
enjoy
you.
your time in Omaha.
Thank you.
Hope you have
Thank
some
you
great
All right.